If you are thinking about buying your first home in Canada, then you are in the right place. Today, we are diving into something super exciting, that is first-time home buying programs, which can save you a ton of money and make the whole process a lot less stressful. If you are trying to save up for a down payment, worried about taxes, or just need a little boost, there's something here for everyone. Today, we are going to talk about 4 main programs which can make your way easy to buy your first dream home in Canada, and one must take full advantage of these programs as a first-time home buyer. So without wasting any further time, let's begin with the first one. But before moving on to the first program, let's see who will be considered as a first-time home buyer in Canada. So as per the definition, if you are a Canadian resident, whether a Canadian citizen or a permanent resident, and 18 years of age or older, and you didn't live in a qualifying home as your principal place of residence that you or your spouse or common law partner owned or jointly owned in this calendar year or in the previous 4 calendar years. So if you are falling in this definition, you are a first-time home buyer in Canada. Now let's move to the first program, that is First Home Savings Account. This is the newest program that has been launched by Govt of Canada in the year to help the first-time home buyers to save towards the down payment of their first home. So it's a down payment assistance program. This account combines the features of a tax-free savings account and an RRSP. How? In this FHSA, the contributions you make are tax deductible, means it helps you to reduce your tax liability of that particular year, and along with that, whatever the returns you make under the FHSA that are tax-free, that you don't need to pay any taxes on the returns that you generate under this account. The annual contributions have been capped at $8,000, and the lifetime you can contribute up to $40,000 in this account. So an important thing to mention here is, if you are buying a home along with your partner, then each one of you can withdraw up to $40,000 from the respective FHSA. Means, as a couple, you can withdraw up to $80,000 and can take the advantage of this account. Now let's have a look at the key points of the FHSA. What are the key features of this account? So very first is, you can only carry forward a maximum of $8,000, that is unused contribution of 1 year to the another year. Taking an example, if you opened an FHSA 2024 and you didn't contribute, so in 2025, the maximum you can contribute is $16,000. So at any point of time, your unused contribution cannot exceed $16,000. The next key point is, this account can stay open for a maximum of 15 years or until the end of year you turn 71. Which means, if you open an FHSA but didn't buy a home, then after the end of 15 years, you can move your funds without any tax penalty from your FHSA to your RRSP. The third important point is, which is also the crucial one, the withdrawal that you make from FHSA to buy your first home as a down payment, you don't need to pay it back, which means once you did the eligible withdrawal, the FHSA will be closed. Now let's have a look at the investment options available under the FHSA, because the only motive should not be to save the money under the FHSA, but also to grow the money, because when you receive the money, that's how the returns can be tax-free. So there can be different investment options, starting from a GIC, that is a Granted Investment Certificate. If your investment horizon is short-term and you are someone who doesn't like to take any risk, you can go for a GIC, which can give you an interest income. Then comes the mutual funds. If you can take a bit of the risk and your time horizon for investment is medium to short-term, that can give you better returns as well. And then you have other investment options in the form of stocks, ETFs, and bonds. So always keep that thing in mind. If you're opening an FHSA, keep your contributions invested into some kind of instruments so that it grows over a period of time rather than just keeping the money into the cash. So let's move to the second program, which is the Home Buyers Plan, which is also a down payment assistance program. And this plan allows you to withdraw money from your RRSP towards the down payment to buy or build your first home in Canada. So the money that you withdraw from your RRSP towards buying your first home is tax-free. The maximum you can withdraw from your RRSP under Home Buyers Plan is $60,000. Earlier, this limit was $35,000, which has recently been increased to $60,000. So if you are buying a home along with your partner, so you both can take the benefit of this plan and can withdraw up to $120,000 as a couple. But one thing that differentiates it within FHSA is, the funds you withdraw from your RRSP has to be paid back within the next 15 years. So it's a kind of loan that you're taking from your RRSP, which needs to be paid. So now let's have a look at the key differences between these two programs. So the very first difference is, under the FHSA, the annual contribution limit is $8,000, and the maximum you can contribute over the lifetime is $40,000. Whereas under the home buyers plan, since it is linked with your RRSP contribution room is determined by your income that you earned from the previous year. So whatever the contribution room you have accumulated from over the years, that much you can contribute under your RRSP. Second major difference is under the FHSA, the withdrawals made are not to be paid back. Once you made an eligible withdrawal, the account can be closed. But under the home buyers plan, amount taken out from your RRSP must be paid back within 15 years. One important thing here to mention is that you can combine the benefit of both these programs when buying your first home. Always utilize your FHSA contribution room first and then open an RRSP if you still have some funds to invest. Why? Because we just saw under the FHSA, whatever the eligible withdrawal you make, you don't need to pay it back. Whereas under the RRSP, it's just a kind of loan that you're taking from your RRSP and it needs to be paid back in 15 years. Let's move to the third program, which is land transfer tax rebate. So when you are buying a home, it's not only the down payment that you have to save for, you have to incur some closing costs as well to take the ownership of the property. So the closing cost has different components, starting from the land transfer tax, the lawyer's fee, inspection fee, and some more components as well. So how this land transfer tax rebate helps is, it helps you to offset some of the land transfer tax that you pay to acquire the ownership of the property. This rebate is available only if you are buying a home in Ontario, British Columbia, or Prince Edward Island. Now let's have a look how much rebate you can get. So as you can see the table, take an example, if you are buying a home in Ontario, maximum rebate that you can take is $4,000 if you are buying a home of up to $368,333. Means if your purchase price is up to this or less than that, you will end up paying no land transfer tax. But there are very less chances that you might end up getting something in this price range. So assuming that you are buying a house of around $500,000 and the land transfer tax is $5,500, so the maximum rebate you can get is $4,000. So $4,000 will be deducted out of $5,500 and you just need to pay rest of the amount, that is $1,500. So how to claim this tax rebate? So your real estate lawyer who helps you for the closing of the property also helps you to file for this rebate. So he will be doing the necessary paperwork to get this rebate for you. But just keep that thing in mind that you have to claim this rebate within 1 year of buying the property. So if you bought a home in 2024, while this claim must be made while filing the taxes in 2025. Now let's move to the last program, which is first time home buyers tax credit. So this program also aims to help you to recover some of the home ownership's cost associated with buying a home. In this program, you can claim a $10,000 non-refundable income tax credit, which can result into a tax savings of up to $1,500. But one thing that needs to be keep in mind that you need to take this tax credit within 1 year of buying your home. If you miss that credit, then you won't be able to claim that in the next years. So claiming this credit is very easy. When you are filing your taxes, in the line 31270, you need to enter $10,000 as amount, which will result into a tax saving of $1,500. Just to mention, if you are buying a home along with your spouse or partner, then you can split this benefit as well. But at any point of time, the total tax credit cannot exceed $10,000, which means the total tax savings anyways can only be $1,500. I hope you find this information valuable while buying your first home in Canada. Subscribe to this channel for more informative content in the future as well. Thank you.